Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Cubing Bear, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be showing you how to solve the Pyraminx. So this is going to be the most basic tutorial on how to solve this cube, and there is no prerequisites in order to solve this cube, which means that you don't need to learn how to solve anything else before you do this tutorial. So all you really need is just your Pyraminx, and if you want a recommendation for a good Pyraminx, I'll leave it down in the description below. If you guys want to get 5% off on your next order when you buy a cube, go ahead and use Bear at checkout at Canyon Cubes to get 5% off your next order. With that being said, let's get started with the tutorial. So the first thing we're going to learn about before we do any type of solving is we need to learn the basic notation of the Pyraminx. So when I do this move, this is an R prime, this is an R, this is an L, this is an L prime. This is a U, and this is a U prime. So at any moment when you see me say U, L, or R prime, refer back to this chapter so you guys can see what I mean when I say those moves. The next thing I want to understand is that these triangle tips at the end of the Pyraminx, they don't really matter as they don't help us at all at solving the cube, at solving the triangle. And we're going to leave that as the last step when we solve the Pyraminx. So throughout this tutorial, I want you to ignore these tips and only focus on the center hexagon that you could see here while we're solving. All right, so the first step in solving the Pyraminx is we want to go ahead and look for our 3 centers. So in this case, we're going to look for the first 3 yellow centers. Now, what those things look like is that you're going to look for centers that are on these 3 points. So they're going to be on the top, bottom right, and bottom left. So we need to align these triangle pieces so that we have 3 of them in this direction. So if we try to move this side, we can see that there's no yellow, which means this isn't the correct side. Let's try up here. Okay, so I have 2, but this doesn't have 1, which means I have to look somewhere else. This one has it, so if I just move it there, I've created the first side. Now the next step that we want to do is we want to insert the next 3 pieces of the center. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to insert the next 3 pieces of the hexagon or the center. So that's these 3 pieces right here. Now it's important we don't just put them randomly because at this point, this is kind of like our white side if we're solving a Rubik's Cube. So you want to hold it like this from now on with the 3 yellow pieces at the bottom. So we're looking around, we see that there's one here. So what I want to do is I want to align the side color with the 2 colors adjacent. So you can see these 2 are yellow and this is green, which means this has to be green and it fits. So with it like this, so this is green and this is green, they match up. So now we can insert it. So this is how we're going to insert it. So we're going to do an R prime, L, R, L prime. And what that does is that it inserts the piece for us. So we're going to keep looking around. Making sure that the yellow is facing the bottom. If we see that there's one right here. Now, since red and red are matching up, then that means that this is the red, this is red. So when it goes down, it'll match up with red. So now I know this is the correct side it has to be on. So it's going to do the algorithm one more time. R prime, L, R, L prime. And just like that, we solve for the piece. Now we're going to keep looking around the top part. And here's another one. So just like before, blue matches with blue. So I can leave it facing me. Now this is on our left side. So if it's on the left side, this is the alteration to the algorithm. You're going to do an L, R prime, L prime, R. And just like that, we've solved for the yellow side. At this point, we can finally put the yellow side at the bottom as we don't need to worry about that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to solve for this middle layer. So we're going to try to solve for this layer right here in the middle, and that's going to be the next step. So what we need to do is we need to find a pattern or a bar. So in this case, you're trying to look for colors that are the same. So in this case, this is 2 colors that are the same. I want them in the back, and I'm going to perform the following algorithm. R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, L prime, U, R, U prime, R prime. And so what that does is that it doesn't damage anything. Everything is still solved. But instead now it's created sort of this solve bar. And you want to line it up so it's in the back once again. And we're going to do the algorithm one more time. So we're going to do an R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, L prime, U, R, U prime, R prime. And what that has done is, as you could see, it's kind of done this triangle pattern. And that's what you're looking for at the end. So you might come across a case like this, where you can see that we have two patterns in the beginning. After solving, you might not know where to start, because you could see that there's a pattern here and there's a pattern here. Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you put it. You could start at any random site at this point, but you could either pick that one or this one to start at from the beginning. I'm going to choose this side, and we're going to do the algorithm again. R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, L prime, U, R, U prime, R prime. And as you can see, it has gotten me a solved angle here in the back, and we're going to leave it in the back, and we're going to do the algorithm again. So R prime, L, R, L prime, R prime, L, R, L prime, U, R, U prime, R prime. And once again, that's left us with this triangle pattern. All right, so our last step is to reorientate the last couple of edges right here. So our last step is to orientate the last center. So what we need to do is we are going to hold it like this. It doesn't matter which one you hold it from. It doesn't matter from which color you hold it from, because this works on every side. So this is the algorithm you're going to do to solve the Pyraminx. Right? And this is how you do it. L prime, U, L, U, L prime, U, L, U. And just like that, all of the centers have been solved, and the last step is to orientate the corners. So moving the tips, and then the Pyraminx has been solved. But that's been about it for solving the Pyraminx. If you guys were able to solve it, let me know in the comments below. If you have any other questions, let me know as well. I'll be happy to help and guide you through your Pyraminx solving process. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to go ahead and give the video a like. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Let me know if you're able to solve the Pyraminx, and I'll see you all in the next one. It's a Cuber out. Peace out, guys.